Greetings and salutations. Welcome to... Wait a minute. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Oreo Oration. While you were out living your life and blank, what's the blank supposed to be?
I usually put something goofy in there. It's whatever you want.
While you were out living your life and fucking people, the fine people at Oreo are making endless variations of Milk's favorite cookie. So every Wednesday and Friday, is that still true?
No.
Sometimes,
Original card.
sometimes I tear open a new package and give you a tasty receive. Tasty review without any calories. If you like that, like the video and subscribe to my channel. It's our channel now.
But back then it wasn't. It was just mine.
Sure. Today we're reviewing blank. So that's what the card says. Are we good so far? So what we're reviewing today is a cookie. The original Oreo, it says Milk's favorite cookie, as Greg has already outlined on his card here from 2000 and whatever it was. Now, for those of you that don't know the history of the Oreo cookie, of course, Oreo cookies came out 1820. Nabisco, of course, old company from even before Columbus crossed the Atlantic Ocean in 1492. I think they were founded sometime in the 1300s in Geneva. And they created this chocolate cookie here called the Oreo that we still very much... Am I doing all right so far? I mean,
doing great.
Thank you.
Why are you doing this episode?
We're doing this episode because on patreon.com/kindafunny, we promised that if we reached a certain milestone... Do we know what the milestone was?
I look it up.
If we reached a certain milestone, that we would do Oreo Oration. By we, I mean me. So we have...
$14,000.
$14,000? So if we reach the $14,000 a month tier, as it were, on patreon.com/kindafunny, we would do this, and we've long since surpassed that, and we do what we say we're going to do. So what I have here is some whole milk. I'm assuming it's whole because it looks very...
2%.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
2%.
2% milk. We have 2% milk. We have a glass that's... I don't know what we did to this glass, to be perfectly honest with you, Greg. We have a jar, but it's empty. I also brought with me Elijah Craig 12-year and a glass from Four Roses Distillery in case we need that as well. So I'm going to open up the cookie, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the first look. The first look, right, Greg?
Yep.
How does one open this? I don't eat cookies, so I really don't... All right, I think that's right. Now, I'm a little confused why I don't have some sort of thing you can tear and reseal. Or oh, no, you can do that.
I can't see any of that.
Is that better?
Great.
So I opened it on both sides, so that we have a problem here. And that means that Nick has to eat them all. I'm sorry, Nick.
That's fine. My wife's out of town, so I'll have to eat all of them myself.
Good. So here we go. Do we really need this? I'm just gonna put this down here because I feel like it's really distracting. So how many cookies are in one of these? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 36 cookies? Is that standard, Greg?
Yeah.
All right. So this is the original Oreo from 1820. I mean, not from the original package from 1820. I mean, this is what the Oreos looked like since 1820. Of course, it copied this other cookie called the Hydrox cookie. And this is the first look. I think this is what we do. We just look at them. I don't know. Do we do this? I've never actually watched an episode of this show. I'm sorry. All right. So we have the first look. The Oreo looks like a standard Oreo. The Oreo smells like a standard Oreo. I wonder if the Oreo... Greg, has the Oreo changed ever? Like the original Oreo?
Probably.
All right, thank you, Greg. So that's the first look. Then we're going to go and we're going to do the taste. Now, my assumption is at some point... Where did I put that rickety old glass? What did I do with it?
It's right there.
I'm going fucking crazy over here. All right. I'm going to pour... I just feel like I'm going to need this eventually.
That's part 3.
I'm just doing it now. Deal with it. I run this show now, Greg. Taste. So I'm going to taste it. So what do I bite the cookie as it is? Aren't I supposed to twist it at some point?
That's part 4.
Part 4 is the twist. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to bite into the... And indeed, it tastes like an Oreo cookie. Now, I don't find the Oreo terribly offensive at all. I think it's a fine cookie. Could I do without the chocolate? Yeah. Is the inside of it probably the best part? I would assume that's the case. Do I need a napkin? Or you kind of just do it?
You want one?
I feel like it couldn't hurt to have a napkin.
I'm on it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Milk pairing. So I'm going to take a fresh cookie out since we have 36 of them. Now we have 34. And I'm going to do the dip. And now, Greg, you do this in a specific way. You do 1, 2, 3. Is that what you do?
McElroy moment. 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3, and you pull it up and eat it.
Do I have to say it in a high-pitched voice like that?
Yeah, that's the McElroy moment.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Like that?
Nailed it.
Cool. No, you see, milk fucks everything up. The only thing milk doesn't fuck up are baked goods that you use the milk for some reason, because it's like you understand, Kevin. It's like chemistry. You can't remove the milk. You know, there's got, and also cereal.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. That's what I'm more. That's a good point, because I'm not making. That's a great point. Thank you for that. But otherwise, why does milk even exist in the sense that we drink it like this? I'm not saying milk's bad. I'm just saying it's what's the word I'm looking for, Nick?
Bad.
Bad. Okay, thank you, Nick. All right, so number 3. No, we just did number 3. Number 4 is the twist. Now I'm very excited about this because I know that sometimes, Greg, correct me if I'm wrong, some of the cookies, they don't hold together very well.
Best 2 out of 3, yeah, is what you give it.
Best 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
So even if it goes right the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just do this?
It's scientific.
So I just do this.
Yeah.
And I'm twisting it, and look at that. There's a cookie and then a cookie with cream on it. Isn't that exciting? And I'm just gonna, what's this made out of? All right, there's a problem I have here with this, Greg. It just gives you ingredients, but it's not like it's just the cookie or just the cream. So don't you think they should give you like separate ingredients for the cookie and then separate ingredients for the cream? I mean, not that you would eat one without the other, but like, how do I know where the sugar is? You assume it's in both, right?
Yeah.
The chocolate, I mean, certainly has got to be on the cookie itself, but not in the cream, right, Kevin? All right. Oh, yeah, we got to do 2 more. I'm sorry, or at least 1 more. Best out of 3. I already won 1.
In the early 1990s, health concerns prompted Nabisco to replace the lard in the filling with partially hydrogenated vegetable oil.
And how do you feel about that?
Great, tastes good.
Okay. Did you notice the difference?
No.
Okay. Do you think some crazy hoarder out there still has like the 1990s Oreos that have mold growing on them? Because, yeah, okay. All right, the second twist. Again, we're good. So we don't even have to do the third one. It's like a best of 3 series, Greg. You understand?
Yeah.
You watch sports. Now I'm gonna throw in number 5 here, and I'm gonna use some of the Elijah Craig, which is a great bourbon. It's a good bourbon.
Yeah?
Oh.
I didn't know the guy from Lord of the Rings made bourbon.
That's Daniel Craig.
That's the guy from Blonde.
All right, so we have the milk. No one cares about milk. Milk's fucking. I feel like I'm at a fucking dinner table and Leave It to Beaver with milk on my table here. All right, I have. It's like a cookie fucking massacre over here. 1, 2, 3. Right, like that. It wasn't a.
That's the Eric Castro moment.
Oh, that's just hideous. That's no good at all. Well. All right. What's next? Final score. I give the Oreo cookie. I'm gonna score the cookie 2 different ways. Historically, the Oreo cookie, I'm gonna give it a score of an A. Right? You give it an you do an A rating like you're in school, right? Okay. So I'm gonna give it an A. But in terms of the cookie's relevance today, and I mean, there's just you're dealing with so much. It's an OG cookie, and I appreciate that, but not every OG still has a place today. Does that make sense to you, Kevin? So what I'm saying is, no one's listening to Run DMC anymore, right? But Run DMC, they're OG. I mean, no one's going to pretend that without Run DMC, there'd be no Wu-Tang Clan. Does that make sense to you, Greg?
Sure.
So I'm going to give it
People are still listening to Run DMC.
No, I don't know if anyone listens to Run DMC anymore. No, I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think anyone's listened to Run DMC in at least 20 years.
I don't think I've ever listened to Run DMC.
Okay. Fair enough. So I'm going to give it an A for how important it is. I'm going to give it a C. Because, like, I don't know. Like, it's just a cookie with cream in it. I feel like it's almost a little silly that we even score them at all. Because it's a cookie. Who are you scoring? Are you scoring the cookie itself? Are you scoring the person who made the cookie? Are you scoring the belt that this just rolled off on into a box? Found its way to Amazon and you fucking bought it? You think you're special now? Thank you for tuning in to Oreo Oration. We'll be back at some other point. Do we have...
You gotta say, the outro is, that's the way the cookie crumbles for regular Oreos. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Then make sure you like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff.
That's the way the cookie crumbles for Milk's favorite cookie, the Oreo. But what do you think about the Oreo? Let me know in the comments below, and then please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/kindafunny. Until next time, I'm going back to bed.